Hello everyone, it is Monday and welcome to episode 5 of Podcast Monday. And I'm back here today with MC Gurk.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And today we're going to be discussing another series by the company Bungie, and that is the Halo series.
Yep, Halo being one of my favorite games, as always. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, as I was got one in each episode, there's possible we may have on critique, especially with MC Gurk here. Of our opinion. You don't have to agree with us, anything you say, and if you want to hear any negative or if you want to hear positive content about what we've got discussing about Halo, then please don't listen. Right. You know what I mean? That's like a proper intro there. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Okay, and in this podcast we're going to be discussing only games made by Bungie, so this will include Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach. We will not
Yep,
be...
that's pretty much it. All those games.
Yeah, we'll not be discussing Halo Wars, Halo 4, or any other opinion on the upcoming Halo 5 Guardians. Right.
Yes.
So what we're going to discuss? What is your overall opinion of the Halo series as a whole?
I generally love the Halo series. It's one of my favorite series. It's because of how well made they are. They are incredibly well done. It's a very thick world, which is why I like it so much.
Oh yeah, even like the it was so good. It's such different because I think it was a lot different to the normal sci-fi genres you got. For cause obviously Halo Combat Evolved came out, was it in 2000 or 2001?
I can't remember. It's been a while.
It's around that time. It's quite old now, and it was such a different kind of game. Like especially the idea of bringing like it defined multiplayer,
Yeah,
especially the first one.
especially the first one did.
And it is strange to think about how it was originally going to be a real-time strategy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Of course, Halo Wars is now a real-time strategy, but could you imagine of Halo Combat Evolved and all the Halo games being a strategy on Windows?
Not really, but at the same time, the main reason I enjoyed the Halo world is because of the world itself. So
Yeah,
the overall how the game was set out wouldn't really affect me too much.
definitely. Now, also, if we discuss about the actual start with the graphics. Now, for Halo Combat Evolved's time, they looked amazing.
Yeah, definitely. They were definitely very good at the time that it was made.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, as they progressed, they got even better. And I did like how obviously, I don't like how there was a gap. Obviously, because I believe Halo 2 was 2004, Halo 3 I believe was 2007 or maybe a bit later.
Mm.
But yeah, there was quite a few years gap between them, but it was worth it to get them spot on.
Yeah.
And the graphics did keep improving. Of course, well, Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST were the same. That's because they're made within certain time frames, but they were very good graphics.
Because of graphics, for me, definitely Halo Reach was the best one for me.
Definitely. Well, that also was their newest title within the Bungie making.
Yes. But even nowadays, Halo Reach does stand out to me because of over a lot of games still, just for the sole fact of your character's armor wasn't clean, and I love that when games realize, you're going into war, your armor isn't going to be clean. You're going to take battle damage, like you're going to have scratches on your armor and mud and everything. And Halo Reach understood this, unlike a lot of other games.
Yeah, definitely. And also in terms of I'm quite interested. Of course, it's not the same company, but if feel free to do. I understand now, so with back compatibility, which will be on next Xbox One. But I'm quite interested to see if they did a full remaster with new graphics, or even just 60 frames per second on 1080p. How amazing it would look on there. It'd be very interesting to see that. Right, and if you now move on to the actual story elements of the Halo series, quite arguably, in my opinion, with the best video game stories ever created.
One of the best, yeah.
The best.
Maybe I'm just saying that because I grew up with it, but Halo being my first ever first shooter, should I say?
Yeah.
I definitely fell in love with it.
Now, with me, yeah,
back then I was very into like the sci-fi.
Yeah, with me, my first shoot was Medal of Honor Allied Assault. So I didn't get into I tried the Halo on my computer like years ago when I got a copy of it, but I never really probably got into Halo until I got my 360. So
I got into Halo. I'm not one of those people who started playing Halo on the first Halo. I got into the Halo universe from Halo Halo 2 on the original Xbox.
Yeah, with me, it was from Halo 3 because I didn't start playing it till then. Because I didn't actually purchase the original Xbox Classic games because I was a PlayStation 2 person,
Mm.
and I wanted Halo was exclusive to that. I didn't want the PC for a while, so but yeah, I started on Halo 3, and then I went back to play Halo 1 and 2, which was still amazing as well. But also in terms of story in the games, I felt like it was really different. Like to see like the idea of someone thinking of a Halo ring in space is just strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was. They definitely tried a lot of new things that never really been seen before, and it definitely did pay off.
Yeah,
There were a couple of plot holes in it every now and then, but there wasn't enough to take away from the overall enjoyment of it.
Yeah, because I did think the best story had to be Halo 2 though, because obviously the whole disputes between the Covenant sort of dividing. Obviously, how the elites chose to side with humans.
Yes,
Because obviously,
definitely. Also, Halo 2 for the sole fact of you weren't just, unlike some games such as Call of Duty, it wasn't just kill them because they're bad people. Halo allowed you to step into the literally the shoes of the Arbiter
oh yeah,
and get an idea of each side
oh yeah, I thought it was ingenious allowing
of
the
the war.
actual Arbiter levels.
The Arbiter levels were some of the funnest levels I've ever played in gaming in general.
That they were absolutely brilliant, and yeah, because obviously it was a whole new way of telling a story because like some in Halo in Halo Combat Evolved it was simply you have a hero he saved the day,
Yeah.
but Halo 2 really made you think, oh, like the actual elites. Because in the first game, you think, oh, I hate elites, I hate them all. Then you realise you can sort of sympathise with elites.
Yes,
And,
begin to understand. Not just the fact of you understand what they're doing, you understand their culture and what they
and,
are
and
as an actual species,
yeah, and
not just as something you can shoot.
yeah, definitely, and how they've been brainwashed, and obviously thinking, believing in this, great journey, and how obviously lighting the Halo wings will make them like, gods
By the prophets.
by the prophets. Yeah, I hate the prophets so much. No, they're just lazy. They're sitting on chairs all day.
Yeah, pretty much. Wouldn't you?
Yeah,
No, other than that, Halo definitely, especially nowadays, it definitely does stand out. It's one of
yeah.
those games that, no matter whether or not you like it or you hate it, you cannot deny its success as a franchise.
It was absolutely brilliant. It was very clever as well. Like, and I even love looking at I obviously wasn't old enough to be around for this yet. If you look at the footage of when people first bought Halo Combat Evolved on the night it came out, the amount of enthusiasm and especially with Halo 2, the enthusiasm and excitement of getting that game.
Yeah.
So I wish I was around then, old enough to be part of that. It's been brilliant.
The whole mosh pit.
Yeah, the mosh pit, yeah, it's like that. And yeah, if we were to obviously the story, I quite liked the Halo 3 story as well. Because well, in Halo 2, obviously Cortana was left with grave minds,
Yes.
and obviously Halo 3, I liked it, I didn't like it how she was going sort of crazy. You sort of like but then it was a bit annoying those moments when she would go crazy and it stopped you from moving very fast.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to speed run the game and you've got like a pack of flood crawling in behind you. So
And you
like,
just see
shut
him.
up, woman, let me run.
Yeah, it was quite annoying that, but other than that, it was a pretty clever story, and even and then did you also like how 'cause after Halo 3 obviously Halo 3 was supposed to be conclusion, but obviously Halo 4 came out annoyingly. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and
We'll get on Halo 4 in a later
in the
podcast.
podcast, yeah, but obviously I thought Halo 3 ended it very well. Because you could have
Yes.
obviously, sorry spoilers. Obviously at the end of it, his ship broke in half. He's left. Arbiter went through. He did not. You can just imagine your own ending.
Yeah. You can imagine what happened to him.
Like in your opinion, he might have died. Your opinion, he might have gone somewhere to live on his own, or like, yeah,
Not really an opinion anymore because of Halo 4.
yeah. But also if we were to, did you also like how after Halo 3 they started doing these more prequel versions? Obviously, next was Halo 3 ODST, which obviously was set during Halo 2 when the city was
Yeah.
just destructed, but also see some parts of it during Halo 3 as well.
Yeah,
Did you?
I liked ODST. A lot of people talk shit on it,
Yeah,
but I liked it because it did something new. Because, like, you got an idea of, what it was like to just not be a Spartan, to be an actual an ODST.
yeah.
My only problem with it is the fact of if all ODSTs are that good, then why the fuck are you losing the war?
That is very true. But like, I thought Halo 3 still had quite a darker tone compared to other games. It was different.
I enjoyed the kind of mystery of it,
Yeah,
finding
like
what happened to your squad, like
yeah.
looking for remnants around the
I
city.
did like that bit how obviously how you did sort of go back to level 2 on the game to
Yes.
find obviously you kept flicking back and forth to that level to try and find the pieces of memories. Not
Yeah.
memories, no, like the
Like
events that
you had the
happened.
flashbacks
The
being
flashbacks.
a thing, but you also had like this kind of free roam.
Yeah, I did like that free roam sort of element to it. But also,
Yeah.
I remember there was one thing where there I think it was something was caught on a telephone wire, and I spent ages trying to find it, and I
The
realized,
sniper rifle.
yeah, I didn't realize I had to look up.
Yeah, some of them can be like. It would have been better if they gave you various hints of the what that you're actually meant to be looking for.
See, yeah, definitely, and but still, I thought overall it was a great game, and I also like how Halo Reach went even further back into obviously before Halo Combat Evolved, or was it just before?
It was before Halo Combat Evolved.
Yeah, it was literally just before. Also, at the end of Halo Combat Evolved, the Pillar of Autumn, you see it flying towards the Halo.
Yeah, and even little Easter egg if
Oh,
none of you have
Master
heard of it.
Chief.
If you keep holding the left button, like the left joystick towards the left, you'll actually turn the camera and you will see
Yeah,
Master Chief in his
I
cryopod.
saw it. Yeah, I saw that, and I kept saying like, "Tell you the truth," they're like, "What?" and then miss it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, did they also? We could have if they also include because obviously, Master Chief. If you're those who actually search around Halo Combat Evolved, if you looked around, you actually see that there was actually supposed to be two people that were in cryo, but the other
Yes.
person got away, I believe.
No, I believe on the beginning of Halo 1, you can go to the other room and there's a cryopod in there, but the person died inside.
No, I believe it. No, I believe it's empty.
Regardless, it's a lot of red flashing buttons, I'm assuming dead.
Yeah. So some people assume dead. Some people assume that I believe it's a female that she might be alive. Some people
Yes.
believe that it could be like not necessarily his Master Chief's sister, but a person who was kidnapped along with him.
Yes, with him by Dr. Halsey.
Yeah. But did like how Reach went further. 'Cause obviously, did you like the whole story about Reach?
I liked it. It's because you can't really get the kind of squad gameplay with
Yeah,
Master Chief, as Master Chief is a silent protagonist.
yeah.
So he doesn't speak much.
Although I'm not gonna Halo 4 game, but he's a bit too chatting Halo 4.
Yeah, he's definitely way too chatty.
Yeah,
But in it, he was definitely one of the best. Like in Halo Reach, it was definitely better because you saw the Spartans act as a group, not just one single soldier,
yeah,
and you understood like even the Spartans themselves, they were beginning to question their orders and
yeah,
like
definitely.
start to not trust the Oni, which no one does at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I like yeah, I think more because I'm like you do really feel for the character, especially at the end of when your character dies.
When
Like,
all of the
all the
characters
characters die,
die.
like even Cat dies, I suppose as well. You could argue that. There's
Argue with that,
moments.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even though it wasn't as dramatic as the other, it definitely caught
yeah.
me by surprise.
It's sort of things like how like I know in like the film Fury when at the end. Sorry spoiling that. I won't say, but you know what I mean by like the bond between you know a group of soldiers and
Calm down, it was only a grenade.
I said bond.
I thought you said bomb. I was
Bond.
gonna say, Jesus, calm down, it was only a grenade.
Yeah,
Nah. Yeah, it definitely was a surprise. I had a feeling they would die as, Master Chief being the only Spartan. But I never realized that it'd be as dramatic as what they did. Like, I never realized the part that they played in the whole story of Halo.
yeah.
As they do play a big part.
And of course, I do like how obviously the link between obviously getting Cortana from Halsey and bringing it to the Autumn as well.
Yeah.
Which is very good. Obviously, and that then started obviously Master Chief and Cortana being together.
Yes, and George's being the massive guy with the machine gun, his relationship with Halsey, as a lot of people assume because they were kidnapped and trained like that, they would hate her. But George seems it treats her like his mother in a sense.
Yeah, I thought that because like it seemed like he was sort of glad she kidnapped him.
In a way,
Strangely.
yes. I wouldn't say glad, but I wouldn't say angry at it
But
either.
he was sort of
He just came to accept
he was
it.
at peace with it. Yeah.
Which definitely does suit George's character.
Yeah, definitely. So if we actually move on to now to Halo characters, what do you think of the Master Chief as a whole, as the character himself?
I like the fact that he's a silent protagonist.
Yeah.
Silent protagonists, for me, just the fact of them being silent allows them instantly to become more relatable, as you can build your own personality on their actions.
Yeah.
It's pretty much whether or not what you want the character to be, not what anyone else does, which is a very likable trait, being able to tell what the character is and build your own personality around him.
Definitely.
Which is definitely more enjoyable than just having a plain generic soldier.
I do think it's very character. Also, like I said about obviously having a silent protagonist, someone who doesn't talk much. I don't know why. It just seems like you can like them more. I don't know why.
Because they keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, literally, right, yeah. And okay, now what about the character Cortana? Obviously, just in the Bungie series.
Just in the Bungie. Cortana definitely was one of my favorite characters. She definitely does seem like the kind of character who makes sure Chief doesn't do anything stupid.
Yeah, definitely, except for obviously in 3 when she's slightly breaking a bit, isn't she?
Even then, she's always trying to make sure Chief doesn't do something stupid.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I quite liked Johnson.
Johnson was definitely the funniest character.
It was just
in
like
the entire series.
Also, we're loudest characters, but just brilliant.
It's his loudness that makes him hilarious.
It's literally just like, come on, you maggots.
Johnson definitely being that stereotypical drill instructor.
Oh yeah, definitely. If if I met a drill instructor like that, I'd probably laugh and not be feared. But you know.
Yeah.
Just because if you play a lot, or have you seen like it's like what's the film called Metal Jacket? Is that no Full Metal Jacket?
Full Metal Jacket.
The drill sergeant in that was spot on.
Spot on. Mostly improvised as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, Halo definitely, for me, is one of the best series out there. Definitely. And still today, it still holds its own, minus it's been dropping in quality lately.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk
about that.
We'll talk soon. Now, so if we talk about obviously like Dr. Halsey.
Dr. Halsey.
Now,
yeah.
I quite like her as a character. Obviously, I like obviously Cortana's also like her. But
yes, they were made from the same DNA.
But you can't forget the fact that what Halsey did to these Spartans. It's pretty barbaric.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't understand why people would be complaining when they're saving their life. If Halsey, yes, what Halsey did was wrong. Yeah, but if Halsey didn't do that, the human race would have died in Halo 1.
Now, don't get it wrong. These Spartans are very effective in combat, yeah. But, yes, obviously these Spartans are fully combat efficient. They are brilliant for what they do, yeah. But they lose their... Some of them, especially Master Chief, lose their human elements themselves.
Definitely. But with the Spartans, to win a war, you need to make sacrifices, whether it be mental or physically.
Yeah.
Yes, she did fucked up things. Yes, she was completely wrong in what she did, and she shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was required.
It was required. It
was required for survival of the human race, which is worthy enough cause to redeem herself.
Yeah, but she still needs to have the guilt of doing it on her shoulders.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
But that being said, all the Spartans, I know none of them from other media, such as obviously Halo with the Master Chief, Halo Reach with the Noble Squad. Halo and various Halo shows like Halo Legends.
Yeah.
None of the Spartans hate Halsey.
No, they don't. But you do sort of think that some have been brainwashed a bit. Master Chief, I'd say the most of all.
I wouldn't say brainwashed. They seem, because if you remember, these people, the Spartans were orphans.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they would see Halsey as a mother figure.
That could be debatable because you don't know if that's a full. Yeah, I think most of them were orphans, but you don't know the full story behind some of these Spartans.
Most of them, the majority, from what we know.
Yeah, from what we know.
All of them were.
And also from what we know, one of these could have been. You never know. It's possible. It could have been one of her children.
Yes,
So
possibly.
some of them treat her like a mother. What if actually she's their mother and they don't know it?
Well, George treating her like her mother, like his mother.
You could sort of suspect that, couldn't you? Though.
Yes, but Master Chief also treats her as a motherish figure.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
they don't really just hate Halsey, which is a
No.
very thing that people need to remember. That none of the Spartans, from what they've seen, hate Halsey. They never
No.
hated her because they never attack her. They never try to defend themselves. They always just obey Halsey. And I suppose you could go on the idea of brainwash, but there's not enough evidence. We don't even
No.
know if brainwash is possible in the Halo universe.
No, we don't. And
So until we know more about, I seriously doubt the brainwash would be a part of the Halo universe.
no.
But until
It-
we actually get any evidence,
we
it's just
might find
theory.
out soon. And some other characters, the Arbiter,
The Arbiter, the best alien ever.
best alien, but you got me. He's quite bland, but he's so likable. I think.
He's quite bland, but for obvious reasons. Because, you know, being forced to be the Arbiter not exactly being a well-respected part
No.
of the Covenant military.
No, not at all. Because obviously he's the one you sent off like to do the
Suicide
the
missions.
suicide mission essentially. Yeah.
So yeah, not generally being a respected force. It
No.
generally does make you bland, but at the same time, he does. It's in Halo 3. His character really does come out,
Yeah.
especially when the Prophet of Truth is killed.
Also, if we also discussed the character 343.
Yes.
Now, he annoys me so much because in each game, you sort of like think, oh, he's friendly, but then at the end of it, he turns against you every time.
Yes.
Very annoying, very manipulative. I understand obviously Master Chief also uses him as well. They use each other, but it's just like this weird like love-hate relationship they sort of have, isn't it? It's strange.
They don't like each other, but they understand. They don't want to kill each other because they understand that
That
they're useful.
they need each other.
They need each other, but
Obviously,
they're not happy about it.
303 knows that he needs a human to activate the Halo Ring, and then Master Chief knows he needs 303 to access the parts of the Halo.
Yeah, he needs the Arbiter, a Covenant. But
Yeah.
it's the thing. They never really hate each other, but they don't like each other either.
No.
They'll work together, but that doesn't mean they're going to be happy about it.
Of course, I was very happy when. Oh no, I hated 303 for sorry spoiler killing Johnson.
You keep saying spoiler. We said spoiler at the beginning.
Yeah, no, I just feel bad saying it. And obviously, that feeling of killing 303 in the third game, it was just.
Killing 403, don't you mean Johnson?
No, when we killed 303.
Oh, Guilty Spark, yes.
Yeah, 303, the guilty spark, yeah.
Yes.
It felt so good.
Yeah. The Guilty Spark definitely was a very fun, likable character for the sole fact of he had no idea what he was on about most of the time.
Yeah, he was just sitting there going like, we activate the Halo Rings, activate the defense system. And like,
It was mainly his main job. Well, his main job was the Halo rings, but it got to the point where being away from organic life forms, they drove him a bit mad.
yeah, I got it. Obviously, like, when his eye turns red, it's like you just know, oh god, he crossed the line, yeah.
Yeah, and he had a Spartan laser in his face.
Yeah, deserve that. Now also, right, if we now move on to actual multiplayer of the games.
Multiplayer has always been standing out. Sadly, I never got the chance to play Halo 2 multiplayer. I heard it was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Also, I'd say argue most difficult.
I never was able to play it, sadly.
Yeah, Halo.
I'm still upset about that.
Halo. If you want to play, add Master Collection. And yeah,
Insane.
and the Halo Quite Evolved multiplayer I thought was quite fun because I played that years ago. It was quite basic but a very good multiplayer. But I got to get Halo Reach was the most fun multiplayer.
Halo Reach was definitely, in my opinion, the best multiplayer that Halo has ever made, and
all
still
that-
to this day
all that
has ever made.
All that some games have ever made.
Yeah,
It's definitely up there, you know.
it was that perfect mix of fun and
Serious.
serious. Yes, well, you could easily play for fun, but you could easily play for seriously as well.
Oh, definitely.
which is the perfect combination for most gamers, as I personally prefer to play seriously, while Callum prefers to play for fun.
Yeah, which we'll find out in some later videos.
Yes. Other than that, multiplayer definitely does stand out according to against a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Where with every game they try to one up the previous game. Like the difference between Halo 3 and Halo Reach was massive. Like Forge took a massive
Oh,
hit. Like
Forge, yeah.
they added a lot to Forge, as well as they also really pumped up customization of armor, which is one of my favorite things about the multiplayer, being able to customize your armor and making yourself your own Spartan,
Yeah.
and looking at your character and being able to instinctively identify that's me without just going
Yeah.
into another Spartan.
Definitely. But I just thought the multiplayer was really a lot different. Obviously, most shooters. So Halo's got its very obviously gone to the gameplay, very unique. Obviously, the Halo jumping was just quite. I thought it was quite fun to do,
Yes.
and it's the fact of you can't scope. Well, obviously you could with snipers. I mean, in general, you couldn't scope with like a normal machine, like assault rifle.
It depends on what weapon you're using. DMRs and battle rifles could be scoped in,
And yeah, yeah. But you know what
as
I mean.
well as stuff like rocket
It
launchers and Spartan lasers.
it had some unique gameplay, very much. Which,
Yeah.
which made different from Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, that sort of games.
Definitely.
As like you said, there wasn't a lot of sci-fi games out there at the time. I would say, yeah. Well, sci-fi of a first-person shooter type of game.
Yes.
They don't-
Also, I love the fact of with Halo, the driving, which is what definitely sets it out from most other shooters. The fact of there's vehicle combat in it.
yeah.
I definitely prefer how they go into a third-person view
Oh yeah,
when
that's
you get into the
good.
vehicle. I would like it if they allowed you to change the option so it could be first-person.
Yeah.
Obviously, a thing, and also hint, hint, wink, wink. When are we going to be able to fly some pelicans in this bitch? I have been hoping for that ever since I first heard of Halo Reach.
I did also think of like the like obviously the tank, which I can't quite remember.
Scorpion.
Yeah, it was a Scorpion. I was thinking in my head, and was also like so the vehicles like obviously the Mongoose, obviously the vehicles like the Ghost and Banshee were very
Being able
fun.
to mount and steal vehicles
Was brilliant, especially
is one of the most frustrating and satisfying things.
especially like when you're doing it, like that animation when you just grab onto someone's Ghost and you just kick him off. It was
Well,
like-
you sneak on the back of a Scorpion tank and then plant a grenade in their ass.
Oh yeah, they don't notice. That is brilliant. Yeah, and then let's happen.
Even if they did notice, they did a perfect point where they don't have time to get out.
Yeah,
Like, literally, no matter what they do, they're fucked at that point.
yeah, they pretty much are. I thought it was a very good feature to put in there.
Mm.
Annoying if it happens to you, but if you do it to
Annoying
someone
if you're the
else,
Scorpion
the
tank driver.
satisfaction.
Or annoying if, as soon as you plant the grenade, another idiot on your team jumps
Yeah,
on the tank and
definitely.
blows himself up.
Right. All right, I think we can end that podcast there.
Definitely. Overall, I would give the Halo franchise a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I
Definitely being one of the best games I've ever played.
yeah, I would
series,
I would give the
should I
Bungie franchise. I'll give it a 9.
Yes,
'cause
the Bungie. This is the Bungie franchise. We're not talking about Halo 4. We're going
Yeah,
to
so
talk about
everyone
Dash
just
1
let's definitely clarify. This is regarding Halo Quite Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach. Then games only.
Yes.
And I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 10. If I were to separate, I'll give the campaign itself. I'll probably give it a 10.
I would give the campaign a 9. If they could fix up those plot holes, that'd be lovely.
Then the multiplayer 8 or 9 again.
8 or 9 as well, yes.
Yeah, overall I'll give it a 9. I'll give it an 8.
I mean, it's not perfect. There are holes, but they're not enough to ruin the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah, definitely. All right, yeah, everyone. Thanks for watching this, and we'll hope to see you next Monday. Right,
Yep.
bye.
Bye-bye.